Always smile. Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. Whew, Doctor Who. Damn. This was a good one. Though come from me, that doesn't mean because I love Doctor Who. This one was cool because the Doctor does what he usually does with the new companion and says past or future. She said future, so took him to the far future of Earth with, I believe, the last colony of humanity getting ready for humanity. But there's just one problem. They're all gone. And so as him and Bill, who's questioning everything, which was nice, added more education back into Doctor Who, which, for those that don't know, when it was created in, I believe the 50s, Doctor Who was meant to be an educational show. That's how it was intended. To the fact where one episode they'd go to the past, one they'd go to the future, but when they went to the past, it would be to discuss something from our history and tell a history lesson, and when they went to the future, it would be to tell a science lesson. And that's why he had his granddaughter, but he also had a science and history teacher with him. So to incorporate elements back into Doctor Who, that's nice to see. And the cool thing about this one is we slowly find out in true typical form. When things look very happy, there's obviously a sinister undertone. And for this one, it's these robots that they built to sustain and help them build up this colony for the humans' arrival. They kill anyone who's not happy. And they do it by using nanobots, which build this city. So the nanobots are the city. So the whole city around you is out to kill you. So the Doctor's like, oh shit, we gotta get out of here. I don't know why I'm cussing so much. But then he says, Bill, stay here. I'm gonna blow it up. And she first is like, okay. And then she starts to realize companions aren't there to just sit around. Companions aren't there for just the good times. They're there to help the Doctor and support him in the bad times and help him out in the bad times too. So Bill gets out. They're like, okay, beneath all this nanobot stuff, there has to be a real ship. So they go to the real ship and they're like, okay, we're going to blow it up. But then they find out, no, the colony ship is not coming here. This OG ship is the colony ship, and there are tons of people in stasis, so blowing it up would kill humanity. So Doctor's like, can't do that. But also we need to protect the people from the nanobots. So basically through some sciencey Doctor Who-y stuff, we eventually find out that these robots are like sentient beings now. They can only talk in emojis. Which, oh boy. And, but they are sentient. And so, the Doctor says, basically, you gotta live with them. They are a race. They are the dominant race of this new place. And you just gotta live with it. live in harmony together. Sorry if you can hear that. But, so they live together now. And Bill's like, do you do this always? And he's like, yeah. And so they go home and they're like, because the doctor's like, I'm going to take you back to the minute that we left. Because Nardal's waiting for them, and due to a mysterious promise to somebody, which my money would be on probably Susan, his granddaughter, or some other past companion, or maybe even, fingers crossed, me, with Maisie coming back. But anyway, he made this vague promise to somebody to protect the vault, and part of the promise would be that he wouldn't leave Earth. Well, he did. But that's why he wants to go back to the minute that he left. But the TARDIS doesn't work that way. And the Doctor never really gets to go back to the time that he wants to. That's why in Moffat and Eleven's first episode, he tries to leave and come back a minute later to pick up little girl Amy, but he's off by several years and now she's adult Amy. So he doesn't arrive in modern times, he arrives in Renaissance. Same place, different time. And they see an elephant. Which was really cool. Because first they were like, we must be off by a few months. Then the elephant comes. It's like, no, we're off by a few centuries. I love this show. But yeah, I really like this episode overall. It was really cool. Moffat, I know you. This was obviously at least a tip of the hat to the Happiness Patrol, which is a classic Doctor Who episode that was a riff on the modern day ruler Margaret Thatcher. I mean, at that time, ruler Margaret Thatcher, involving the 8th Doctor. No, sorry, 7th. 7th Doctor, the last one before it went on hiatus. And it was kind of weird. So I'm glad he didn't completely reboot it, but at least he did something that was kind of a tip of the hat. Because in that world, you died if you weren't happy. So, but instead of emoji bots, they had a Candyman. Literally made out of candy. It was a weird episode. Look it up sometime if you're curious. But anyway, back to the episode itself. It was also nice to see Bill coming into this world and learning more. He starts to go on a whole monologue, and he casually mentions that he has 2 hearts, and she during the whole entire monologue is like, wait, 2 hearts? 2 hearts? Then at the end she's like, you must have really high blood pressure, do you? He's like, really high. So, I'm really liking Bill. I'm liking the new kind of gray area, not exactly evil, that they're going for, obviously, the theme of this season. Because it looks like next episode, the alien villains are maybe being manipulated by humans. So I kind of like that they're doing that kind of ambiguity type feel for Moffat's last epic season. But anyway, I've been babbling on for too long. I never said it out loud, but I kind of hoped that this would go fast and that I would do a shorter one, because even though I'm very animated right now, that's more my geekdom taking over. I don't feel the best, so I wanted to keep this short, but I've been babbling on for so long, I don't think it will be. So I will just end it right there. Anyway, I will see you guys next time, where, unless I can get out a video, I will see you Supergirl, because I believe Supergirl comes back this Monday. If so, till then, see ya. Bye. Smile.